so close to each other. We are friends, we are brothers, sisters. So I'm telling you, as you go out there and minister to people, you will grow so close to them, you will become friends. And this can be a hard situation, especially if you sit there with someone of the opposite sex. And you might think you're strong. You might think you are the one that will manage this. I don't need to listen to the counsel of, by the way, this is not my counsel, this is the counsel from the Bible. You know that, right? This is how Jesus sent out his disciples. This is how we should work. Okay? Now, you say, I don't need to listen to that. But another thing is this. Another very practical thing. Now, things might never be a problem for you, right? But listen, neighbors start to talk. Church members start to talk. People start to see. You follow me? This is just to avoid all of these unnecessary things that will happen. People will see you every week. Just you and this person. Just go into that house, spend some time in there for an hour, and then you go out. Every week that happens, okay? Every week. And people in the neighborhood will start to talk. And church members will start to talk. This is unnecessary. So, a very good principle, go 2 by 2, it will help on a practical level, but also on a spiritual level. You need a friend to encourage you. And also, you can, after that, you have an experience together, you can pray about it, and you minister together. Very important. Take that with you, go 2 by 2. Let's talk about some practical things there. This is very important also. Now, you divide your roles in between you. My friend that I bring with me sit here. Here. My friend can also sit here to get that 90-degree angle, okay? It varies. Mostly they sit here, my friend. So I sit down, and this is what I bring to my Bible studies. I bring my Bible, and I bring a blank sheet of paper. That's the only thing we bring. I don't have the study guides printed. Why? Well, because there is also one way of this psychology again. If I sit down there with my Bible and no other printed material, people will see that, we're studying the Bible. We're not studying the doctrines of a church or an organization, printed things like this, right? But we're studying the Bible. And I sit down with my Bible. And I prepare the Bible studies, I know it. Okay? So I start to share it. And my friend sits with a blank sheet of paper, blank, a pen. This is the leader of the Bible study, we will call it. This is what I call the prayer partner. The role of the prayer partner is to be silent, okay? Not to talk. We don't want to talk with 2 of us that say, like Chip and Dale, it's every second word, right? Like, look at this, and then someone else. That's not what we don't do. We want to have our roles. I share the Bible study, okay? Now my prayer partner sits here and silently prays, okay? Silently pray and follow along. Now, prayer partners can talk, okay? But my thing is, but the roles we need to define. Prayer partners can be interactive and follow along, right? But that's the main roles that we have. Also, the prayer partner takes notes on this blank sheet of paper. Takes notes and write the Bible verse. Simple things like that, not the whole outline, but Bible verse and a question, key things. And then at the end of the Bible study, the prayer partner gives this paper as a review material to my friend. Did you get that? Because now, if we give something printed like this is not a Bible study, but imagine this was a Bible study. If we give something printed like this, people will take it and they will think, printed, nice looking, they have 1 million of these, okay? And they have an easy way to throw it away, right? But if you give them this paper, they will look at it and they will see, this is the only piece of paper like this in the universe, right? And they will take care of it. Friends will start to put it into the Bibles, okay? And you will see when, as you come every week, the Bible will grow and grow because they keep it. I'll tell you something. One of the couples that we studied with, me and my wife, one of the couples we studied with, they took the review material where my wife has had drawn the picture of the statue of Daniel chapter 2, right? She had drawn it beautifully and she had written some notes. They took it and said, is this for us? Is this for us? They did not only put it in the Bible, they didn't only put it in a folder, which many of people do to keep it. They framed it and hang it up on the wall. They follow me. This is what we want to do. We want to give them these precious pieces of things. The next best thing to do is, if you have a printed material, you need to make sure that you write something in there, a personal note or something, right? As you know your books that you have at home, that you've gotten as a gift. And if you have a personal note in there, that's you care about that, right? This is because it's more unique than just a printed book or material. That's what you want to do. Sometimes I review material, but I'll tell you my rule is this. Sit in my Bible, my prayer book, take notes, and this is what we give. It's giving a nice experience to our friends. Okay? So book 2 by 2. Second one we just talked about, leave review material, and that's what we just shared. Dress modest, healthy, and comfortable. I'll tell you. You might not think this, but I have a hard time, as a person, this is my personality, I have a hard time to make a good first impression. Well, some of it depends on my look, I think. Okay? But I've noticed that if I come to a house or a home, and I go there with my teared up jeans, with my maybe unshaved and hair looks like I just woke up, okay? If I'm not taking a shower for 4 days, you know what I mean? Okay, if I don't think about what I communicate with my outward appearance, you know that we communicate with other things than words, right? Now, if I don't think about that, if I come to a door, if you met me at a street, you would think, if you met me, you would think that I'm there to rob you. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, people told me, I sit there with my hoodie after I'm out on my morning jog, okay? You have seen me, out on my morning jog, okay? We've been out jogging, some of us. If I'm out there in my morning jog, teared up jeans and all these things, that's what not my job. You know what I mean. If I sit there and I'm unshaved and all this, sweaty, I see that many people tell me, hey, you really look like a robber. Right? You don't want to give that impression. So I don't know how it is with you, but I need to think about how I look and how what I communicate rather with my outward expressions. Right? So some simple principles is to dress modest. We don't want people to sit there and think, oh, that's a very, very short skirt on that girl, right? Do you follow? And to be distracted by other things. Just modest, healthy, and comfortable, right? We should dress in a good way. That, okay, this is the main principle. Listen to this. When you leave from there, people shall not remember how you were dressed. Because then you have taken the attention away from what we're there to do, right? Share the message. And if you leave and they were thinking, oh, did you see that? He didn't have any socks on? He's out there with no shoes? Like, isn't he freezing? Do you follow me? Did he touch your couch over there? Do you follow me? With his feet? And they would talk with each other. Did you see that? Right? They would take away the what we're there for. Yeah, and people will be distracted. Okay? If you come there and you leave and they think, oh, did you see that? The pink hair that they have? What is that? We don't want to take away the distraction from what we're there to share. So uplift the inward character of Christ. Okay? And focus on these things. This is one thing that helps us. By the way, not only when we give Bible studies, when we're out there meeting people for the first time, especially, right? Another thing, be enthusiastic and give them a good experience. This is so important, and some of us, we need to practice this a bit. Talk with enthusiasm. Show what you feel. Sometimes, you will recognize this. You have heard someone reading the Bible like this. O simple ones, learn produceness. O fools, learn sense. Hear, O folk, I will speak noble things, and from my lips will come that this is right. for my mouth is up to truth. You follow me? This is not a fun thing to listen to, right? When you stand there, you but you can use the tone of your voice, right? You can express what you feel when you read it. Do you follow me? And this is something that will help us to make this a nice experience. It's the same thing as when we sing, right? I'll do this again, okay? You can stand there, you know how it is. You stand there, you stand and you sing. Praise God from whom all blessings flow, right? Or you can stand there, you can actually think about what you're singing. You can express this and you can sing, praise God from whom all blessings flow, right? And you can think about how you use your voice. And the same thing, excuse me, I always apologize of singing, because that's not my gift, okay? That's my wife's gift, she's a musician. Anyway, but you understand my point, right? So you want to use that. One simple way is this. Think about what it means to you. Then it will come naturally. You need to prepare, and you need to study through the topic for yourself before you read it. Right? You need to have this in your heart. This should not be you sitting there and sharing what your parents believe, or what your pastor believes, or what your church teaches. You should sit there and you should share what you believe from the Bible. Do you follow? This is so important. It will be shown. You need to be a part of the Bible. This needs to be your thing. If you have a printed material, if you have a Bible study through it for yourself. Cross out the verses that you don't feel like, no, I don't connect with this. Fill in other verses that you feel this is showing this point, okay? You want to own this. You want to have this as your own personal thing and share it. Very important. So give them a nice experience. Many of the people I meet, they come after, when I come to them, I've been there several times, and people say, Don, this Bible study time, this is the best time throughout the whole week. That is what we want to give an experience with people. They want to look forward to it. Another thing is that you don't leave them, you want to leave them when they want more. Do you follow me? You want to leave them with a cliffhanger, right? Let's take this next week, okay? And they were like looking for more. We don't want to sit there until we're, done. We want to share, we want to be done with our thing, but we always want them to be able to look for more. They will long for it. This will be a great experience. Have fun with them. Spend time and the Bible study should be a fun thing, an interesting thing, a nice experience together. Okay? Very important. Be enthusiastic and give them a good experience. Another important thing is deal directly with relevant questions of that study. You want to make sure that your friend follow along. You want to go in the speed of your friend. If they're not following along, it's no point in you continue sharing stuff of what you believe. You are there to help your friend to build their own personal faith in the Bible and God. Did you get that? Now that might mean in the end that they believe what you believe and they have the same experience as you do. And I believe that an earnest person that are looking for truth in the Bible eventually will believe what the church that I belong to believe and teaches. I believe that sincerely, but my focus is not to be there and teach them to behave and think like me, but to help them to think and behave like Christ. Did you follow? They need to see for themselves that this is what the Bible teaches. They need to see for themselves and build their own personal faith. That is our aim, that is our focus on anything that we do on a personal level of evangelism with people. Did you get that point? Important, okay? And in order to do that, it's important to deal directly with the questions that they have. That relates to that question. That relates to that study. Now, if they ask a question that is not related to the study that you're there to study, then you can say that simply. You say, you know what? That's a good question. Now, I promise to prepare a Bible study just about that topic. Okay? And you don't deal with it right there and then. And that also throws out these hooks. So they are looking forward and waiting for the time when you're going to share this topic of the question that they have. Okay, make sure that they see from themselves from the Bible. We already talked about that. Make sure that they see the answers from the Bible themselves. Another thing, uplift the benefits of the study topic. This is, I want to emphasize this. We need to focus on the positive things of our faith and uplift it before the people. So important. You know, I came to, I was invited. I work at TV, and I got a phone call from a church organization in town. They said, "Hey Don, we saw you at TV. Now we're going to have this panel discussion that we call discussions over the borders, they call it. So we have invited different people, representatives from different types of faiths. We have someone from the Swedish State Church, a Lutheran church. We have someone there from, we have a Jew. We have Muslims, two different types of Muslims. We have Pentecostals. We have Methodists. We have other types of things. We have a humanist. You know a humanist? That basically atheist with moral. Okay. And now, Don, we wonder if you want to come and represent Adventism. Now my simple answer was this: if you want someone to represent Adventism, you should call Stockholm. But I would be glad to come to represent my faith. Okay. Now they said we want you to come. Okay. So I come there and we sit down, and we discussed several different things there. But the first thing that we discussed, the first thing that we shared was this: they asked us to share shortly the essence of our faith, our religion, and what it means. Okay. Now, some of them start. I remember the Mormons and the others. Mormons start. He says, you know, I'm a Latter-day Saint of the Church of Jesus Christ, or whatever it's called. Okay? And he says, and as a Mormon, I cannot do this, I can't do that, and I can't do this, and I can't do that. Okay? Now he continues with the Muslim. The Muslim says, I'm a Muslim, and this is forbidden for me, and this is forbidden for me, and I can't do that, and I can't do this, and I can't do that. Okay? Now he continues with another type of Muslim. He says, well, I'm also Muslim, but I'm another kind of Muslim. In addition to that, I can't do that, and I can't do this. You follow me? Okay? Now he continued like that. Even the Christians picked up on that, and they said, so I'm a Christian, and my faith is very similar to these things, but for me this is forbidden. I can't have sex before marriage. I didn't come to this, and I can't. You're following me? They were repeating all of these lists of what to do and not to do. Right? Now I was sitting there and thinking, how in the world can any of the people listening be a bit interested in any of their religions? Right? Christianity is not a list of things that we do and don't do. Did you get that? Christianity is not a list of things that we check and say, okay, can't do that. Good. Now I'm a Christian. Christianity is a relationship with Jesus. Now because of that relationship, I behave in a certain way. Did you follow me? So I shared my personal experience with God, and I said, I'm a Christian, Seventh-day Adventist. I believe that there is a God that has spoken to us through the Bible. And because of the love that God has shown me, I have chosen to follow God wherever He leads me. That's my religion. Just as in my religion with my wife, Andrea. I started to know a person, Andrea. I started to understand how she thinks. And when you start to know a person, and you build a relationship, you start to see, I started to understand Andrea, she likes a certain type of food, right? And some other type of food she doesn't like. Even some things that people drink and some things that people start putting in their body, Andrea says, that shall not be my house. Right? Now I learn how she thinks and what she likes and doesn't like as a person. And listen, because of my relationship with Andrea, my wife, and because of my love for her, and because I know that she cares about me, I don't put anything at the table when I serve her. Do you follow me? Because I know what